Hi guys, Mark here from Hampstead Mac in London. Okay, so today I'm going to do a really quick video on how to remove and replace a battery in a MacBook Pro A1286. That's the A1286, that's the pre-Retina. That's the one that ran up to about just before the start of 2012. So there's a few tools you need. You need always a spudger. You need a star head screwdriver, and you need a Y head screwdriver. This is a Y1. I don't know whether that's the right way up or not, but anyway, you can see it. In good Blue Peter style, I've already removed the screws out of this machine. There are two types of screw. There is the long one, which goes into here, the back of the machine. These three along here are the long ones, and the rest are a short screw, which you may or may not be able to see on the video, but basically it's this one here. On the 13-inch there are two screws which are different, but on the 15-inch they are all in fact the same. So I'll get rid of this, and I'll get rid of this, and I'll put those out of the way, and I'll get rid of the tools, take the back off. Once you've undone all the screws, gently ease the back up. Sometimes you might find they stick a bit. As long as you've got all the screws off, you're fine. Just let it feel it pop off. It's absolutely fine. Be prepared to be presented with loads of dust. This one is not. It's already pretty clean, and that's because I've already pre-cleaned it with my Dyson. So to get it out is an absolute doddle on these. So the first thing you do, as always with any machine that you do any work on, disconnect the battery first. Here's the battery connector here. All you do is you literally pop that off and out of the way. You may have a machine where this connector is different. In fact, the earlier ones, the battery power connector goes in this way rather than on that way. So if you find that yours doesn't look like this, there's a little tag, and you just gently ease the connector out from the back of the board. You then simply take your Y screwdriver and you remove the three Y screws which are here. Don't try and do this with a 4-star head screwdriver, because it won't work. You'll strip the screws off, and then you'll be phoning me to ask me if I can get the screws out for you. Here's an interesting thing. I don't know whether you can see this on the video, but the lug that is part of the moulding of the battery here is no longer there. This is really common. It's because either somebody else has changed this battery before and they've over tightened it and broken the plastic lug, or it was just over tightened at the factory, which most of them are. It's too tight, and over time they get stressed and they break. So that bit of plastic will be down here somewhere. I don't know where it is, but maybe we'll find it in a minute. So I'm just going to undo this one. Very simple. All three screws are the same. You don't need to worry about getting them in any particular order. Take this one out. On the 13-inch there are two screws, and they are both very different. One's a long one, one's a short one. But this is the 15-inch, so that doesn't really apply. And then you simply grab hold of this, lift. Once you've lifted it clear, you pull it away, and the battery is clear and out. So when you put the new one in, you just reverse the process. You put the new battery in, drop it into place. Remember, oh, by the way, there's that lug that's broken there. Remember, we're going to put the screws in first. Firstly, put the screws in loosely so that you can just line it up. I'm not actually putting a new one in now, because this machine is in fact scrap, because this machine's got a knackered GPU on it and it's not worth fixing. But I get asked a lot how to change these batteries, and this is how you do it. And you put this one into here like so. Obviously yours will be a new one, so it'll have a lug there. Bit of a tip with batteries: don't buy a cheap battery. Cheap batteries burn logic boards. Although that said, I shouldn't be saying that. I should be saying go and buy a cheap battery, and then you'll come to me to have the logic board repaired. So that's it. Once it's back into place, the last thing you do, just pull this up a little bit, lever it over and gently push it onto the board. You shouldn't have to force it. If you have to force it, you haven't lined it up right, and then you run the risk of bending one of these pins. And this is connected to the main board, the main logic board. You don't want to bend these pins, so make sure it's just lined up. I use plastic spudgers all of the time inside machines. Go on Amazon, buy yourself half a dozen plastic spudgers, they're cheap. If nothing else, you can just use them to scrape with and, I don't know, whatever. And then just pop that back on, and then that is it. Your battery is changed. Remember, when you change your battery on a MacBook, there's a very, very good chance that when you start the machine up, there will be some stuff which is not right. So for example, the time setting when you log into your OS will be set back to 0. You'll need to go and put that back into where it was before. You may also have to go and reset your Wi-Fi connections. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. But anyway, so that's it. That's how easy it is. Thumbs up. That's how easy it is to change a battery on a 15-inch A1286 MacBook Pro. Good luck, and as always, take your time, and if you get it wrong, don't blame me. This is for educational purposes only. Bye.